Just think of that evening hour after work. You are trying to go back home, very tired. When you try to board a train, you get stabbed by a homeless lunatic to death. A career criminal. Just think of that phrase, that category of phrase, career criminal, a known criminal. But is in our society because of lunatic judges. He is being arrested, then judges free him back to community. You get killed by that lunatic who was freed by a lunatic judge. Sorry for Iryna Zarutska, who was 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee who tragically lost her life on August 22, 2025 after being stabbed to death on a Charlotte, North Carolina light rail train. Zarutska was born on May 22, 2002 in Kyiv, Ukraine. She fled to the United States of America in August 2022 with her mother, Anna, father, Stanislav, sister, Valeria, and brother, Bogdan, to escape the war with Russia. Just imagine that. Someone who came to US to save life and is being stabbed to death in the country, a free country where she came to save life, by a lunatic who was freed by a lunatic judge. Yes, because I'm just imagining if you were a judge and you see someone who is a career criminal. He has been in courts of law for so many times. Just by killing people, stealing from people, breaking people's houses, is a lunatic, is a criminal. And for you, you continue freeing those people to live with us in our communities. What kind of judge are you? I'm just asking myself, what kind of judge is this? Now, those judges look at themselves. The guy, a lunatic, they freed, that has killed an innocent soul who came here for her life. Now her life is taken from the free country where she came for protection. It's an absurd. Iryna was talented artist, having graduated from Synergy College in Kyiv with a degree in art and restoration. She was known for her creativity, sculpting and designing unique clothing. And she dreamed of becoming a veterinary assistant due to her deep love for animals. She worked at Zipedi's Pizzeria in Charlotte and was studying at Lowan Cabras Community College, where she quickly became fluent in English. On the evening of her death, Iryna boarded the Lanx Blue Line train around 9:46 p.m. wearing her Pizzeria uniform. Surveillance footage shows her sitting in front of Nicholas Brown Jr., a 34-year-old homeless man with a history of mental health issues and a criminal record dating back to 2011, including convictions for robbery with a deadly weapon without any apparent interaction or provocation. Brown allegedly stabbed Iryna 3 times, at least once in the neck, around 9:50 p.m. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Just imagine that. Now I'm thinking of those so many judges who have been hearing, who have been freeing this lunatic back to our communities. Now you see what you've done to us. I think all these judges that freed this lunatic back to our society, back to our community, they must be arrested. Yes, They must answer, why are they allowing such people to be in our community? They are the ones aiding killings. They are the ones aiding shootings. They are the ones aiding home attacks, are the one aiding these lunatics to cause harm to citizens of US. And whoever did this must be accountable for this action. Yes, these judges must face the consequences. Brown was arrested shortly after, treated for a hand wrestling and charged with first-degree murder. A judge ordered him to undergo a 60-day mental health evaluation. Now, this is what we talk of. A lunatic has killed an innocent girl, an innocent refugee who came for refugee, and you know he's a career criminal, and then you send him under a 60-day mental health evaluation, yet on his record is everything is in it there. This is what I think. If someone is got arrested or caught because she killed someone, or you stabbed someone to death, that lunatic must be also killed on a spot. Either by a gun, you shoot him down, or you use the exact knife or the exact weapon they have used to stab somebody to death, and you stab them too. In that place, without wasting any time. Why I think like that? Because when we don't do this, we will never stop this. If these so-called lunatic, they take themselves to be mentally sick, yet they know exactly whatever they are doing, right? Because for them, they are putting themselves to behave as if they are mentally sick, yet they don't love this country, yet they don't love the people of this nation. So, if you don't love Americans, and if you don't love this country, you want to kill whoever you find on the way, you must also be killed. On the spot, when they hear in their ears, or when they see on their screens, on their phones, that the one who is doing the same work we do, our fellow lunatic, who stabbed a girl on a train to death, he was also stabbed on a spot, they will never do it. They will be failing to do it again. That if I do it, also I will be killed. But the moment these lunatics kill people, stab all people, and we just take them for mental checkup, we just take them for imprisonment, and then after they are freed back to our societies, they will never stop doing this nonsense. This must be the last and the last and the last time to see these lunatics back in our societies. Any judge that does it again to free these lunatics back to our societies must face the consequences. And I'm begging, if I had powers, I would have ordered that any lunatic found killing, stabbing anyone must also be killed on the spot. That is it. That's the only way to solve this mess. That's the only way to bring back US to map. That's the only way to stop these senseless killings in the US. That's the only way. You kill, we kill you. You kill, we kill you. You kill, we kill you. That's the only thing I think to solve this mess. Iryna's death sparked significant public outcry and a debate about crime and safety on Charlotte's public transport system. A GoFundMe campaign raised over $49,000 to support her family, particularly her auntie Valeria, with funeral and other expenses. Charity Mayor Vail Lyons called the attack a senseless and tragic loss, and North Carolina Governor George Stein expresses outrage, advocating for more law enforcement presence. The incident has been cited by some political figures to criticize judicial systems and the urban crime policies. That's what I'm talking about. Our judicial systems, it's like they are dead. Why freeing a lunatic, a career criminal? A career criminal. How can you explain that? Even you got the phrase to sweeten them, a career criminal. Back in the society, bro, those deserve to be down underground, 55 feet under the ground. 55 feet under the ground. That's where they deserve to be, because they are killing innocent people, sending them under the ground, yet they have done nothing to them. So why do we live with them in a society? Bro, it's like we are killing our people innocently with our judicial system. You are just aiding killers to kill us. I'm begging. All those judges must feel the consequences. Yes. And recently, Charlotte Police reported a 25% reduction in a violent crime in the first half of 2025 compared to the previous years. That would have been better, but we've lost an innocent soul. Iryna was remembered for her kindness, radiant smile, and a vibrant spirit. She is survived by her parents, siblings, life partner, Auntie Valeria, Haskell, and the cousins Vela and Victor Faulkner. Her obituary highlights her love for family, friends, and animals, and her tragic death has left a profound void in her community. Rest in peace, Iryna. Now, President Donald J. Trump, after all this, he has issued this statement. I have seen the horrific video of a beautiful young Ukrainian refugee who came to America to escape the vicious war in Ukraine and was innocently leading the metro in Charlotte, North Carolina, where she was brutally ambushed by a mentally drugged lunatic. The perpetrator was a well-known career criminal who had been previously arrested and released on cashless bail in January, a total of 14 times. What the hell was he doing riding the train and walking the streets? Criminals like this need to be locked up. The blood of this innocent woman can literally be seen dripping from the killer's knife, and known her blood is on the hands of the Democrat who refuse to put bad people in jail, including former disgraced governor and wannabe Senator Roy Cooper. North Carolina and every state needs law and order, and only Republicans will deliver it. Additionally, where is the outrage from the mainstream media on this horrible tragedy? Vote for Michelle Whitley for United States Senate. He won't let this happen again. That's the statement from the president, Donald J. Trump himself. But I've just looked at this video. Bro, it's too bad. You can't allow to watch it again. Just imagine Iryna entered the train, seated in front of this lunatic. He picked the pocket knife, flipped it, he stood up, then stabbed her to death. And he moved around with the knife in his hands, blood dropping around the train. And he was, bro, not feeling any pain that what I have done is bad. These people I told you, they don't deserve to be with us in this society. They don't deserve to live near us. They must be shot dead. That's only the solution. I'm not saying that they must be locked up. No. Because even if we lock them up there, that will just amplify others who are outside. That no, even if I kill anyone, they'll just take me in and I finish my life there because they are homeless. So when you take them in jail, they'll have a home to live. They'll be fed on taxpayers' money. No way. They must also be sent down under feet. Yes, they must go underground because they are sending others there. They must also go there on that day. That's what will help. That's what I think. What really pains me, there have been a GoFundMe for this lunatic. People have been donating money to save this killer, to pay for his bail fees, to support the killer. Sometimes I ask myself, have we lost everything? Have we lost our minds? Have we lost our humanity? How can somebody kill somebody innocently? There was no chaos. She never attacked him. She never spoke to him. She never spit to him. She did nothing. She entered in her work uniform, seated in a chair, started scrolling, checking her phone. The gentleman, the killer, the lunatic just stood up and stabbed her to death. And then you get a guts of collecting money, funding to help that lunatic. Some people are asking questions. Maybe you are also killers. That's why you want to save your own killers, save your fellow killers. They are funding you money on GoFundMe. Yes. But eventually, after people raising up their voices on X everywhere, the GoFundMe was cancelled. You look. The Carlos, the Joan Brownie Jr. legal fees, they wanted to pay the legal fees for this lunatic so that he can also be freed back to our community to kill another girl, to kill another woman, to kill another man. You know, I call these lunatic retards, stupid. How can you just attack someone from behind? She's done nothing to you. If you call yourself a man, just stand in someone's face, talk to them that I won't fight you, I won't kill you. All right? Give someone a chance to fight and we'll see who wins. All right? But if you just come someone from behind and stab her to death innocently, you are bad individuals, you are bad people, you don't deserve to be in our community. So you must also, that's why I'm saying you must also be killed. You must also be killed that day. You remember, I told you earlier today, as we were going through this story of our sister who was stabbed to death. She came for refuge and the girl killed in the United States of America. When will this end? When will this end? Bro, it pains me, it hurts me, but we have to do something. Remember, I told you the mayor of Charity, Yaris, called this attack senseless and a tragic loss. Then there is this message being sent. How can you call this killing a senseless? Just listen to this clip here.
Tired also of the term mental illness being used as a cover for criminality. When a thug targets a woman, that is not insane. He knows she's weaker. When he comes from behind with a knife, that's not insane. He minimizes her ability to inflict harm on him. When the thug flees, that's sane because he knows if he stays, he'll be arrested. What would be insane would be if he were to face off against a man without a weapon, somebody like a Tyrus. That would be insane. You'd go, okay, that's crazy. But almost all of these people that do this stuff, they go after women. That is not insane. That's self-preservation. This is not insanity. It's an evil mind. And it's an evil mind that is somehow excused in a culture that weaponizes victim status. In this case, mental illness. And what is it about a society that contributes to this? And I say this based on my own personal evidence of being on city streets every single day in New York, that when a homeless person is shouting at people, he's not shouting, I really made a mess of my life. Boy, I really screwed up. No, his aggression is purely blaming other things and other people. He blames the world, he blames people, he blames you. So we're living in a progressive ideological nightmare where the worst in society is empowered by a sense of victimhood. So when this happens, they will still get people like Brian Stelter that says, oh, be careful of the racism, or other people saying, you know what? We really need to be concerned about our services to the mentally ill, which may or may not be true, but he's not mentally ill. He needs to be executed. Lastly, I asked Grok for a conservative count of the number of times the George Floyd video was played, looking at tweets and social media, Instagram, news networks. It came to a conservative number of 975 million times. That is not counting retweets. So that is a snapshot of this liberal disease, the hierarchy of problems. The media and politicians, people like Stelter, implore you not to cover one problem, but to amplify another one to a destructive degree that leads to riots, leads to dozens of deaths. But do not cover this other thing because that is racist. And that is not as important. In the hierarchy of problems, we decide what you cover.
Thank you. I'm also perturbed. I've been asking a lot of questions myself, and I have failed to get answers. Why all the major media platforms, the major the mainstream media is not covering this story? Why are they not covering this story? Why are not talking about this story? Why are not amplifying this story? And whoever tries to talk about it, it's just a bit of it. They are not giving it a priority. Yet, this is sickness we must fight. This is a problem for all of us. You can't say, I'm not going to talk about a certain story because a black man killed a white woman. That when I talk about it, they will say that is racism. It's not racism, and this is not being a racist. No way. This is criminality. These are criminals. These are lunatic who must also be shot to death. Yes, they don't deserve to be in a society with us. No way. I can't support that. They are killers. We must give them what they have done back. Let's fight this to stop. I just remember the days of Freud. Everyone was standing up to fight for what was done Freud. But today, you've seen what this lunatic did. Bro, this is insane. Just look at it. Someone is just busy on her phone and you just stab her to death. Innocent, she doesn't know what's going on. She's just coming from work and you do that nonsense. Then someone will come up and say, no, I will not talk about it because this is racism. I think something must be done. We must do something beyond putting up phrases, right? Like a career criminal. And we feel proud with that phrase, a career criminal, who is living in a society with people who are not criminals. We must take away these people from the society. That's what we must do. And we must, all of us, amplify our voices on such actions. Because if you don't speak today, tomorrow they'll do it to you. Tomorrow you will be the victim. So we have to fight this before it is too late. If we let these people go with it, and even we go on, we put up GoFundMe, we fund them for their cases, for their bail. The killer can be bailed. You mean Iryna is going to resurrect? Will get life again? Never. She's gone forever. Now, you leave the killer for him to enjoy life, yet he has taken a life. If you take life, we take yours. That is what I'm thinking. And if we do that, we'll put an end to this one. That's my thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And I think you just give me in the comment section what you think about this, and how will we stop this nonsense? How will we really finish this? How will we drive this away? How will we make our societies safer than this? What can be done? Give in your input. Let's first get this clip from CNN, what they're reporting.
I'm going to turn now to the political firestorm growing in North Carolina after a horrific murder on a train. Over the weekend, the local metro authority released surveillance video showing the murder of Ukrainian refugee Iryna Zarutska. Police say she was riding on a train in Charlotte last month when the suspect, DeCarlos Brown Jr., pulled out a pocket knife and killed the 23-year-old. Brown is now facing first-degree murder charges. He's been committed to a hospital for a judge to do a mental evaluation for 60 days. CNN has also reached out to his defense attorney for comment. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy claimed the incident shows the ugly truth behind the criminal justice policies of the city's mayor. Elon Musk posted about the story several times.
Okay, that is it. That is it. A career criminal killing more people. Just imagine that. Put that in the concept that a career criminal is killing more people. And we are just happy with that. We are not doing something. No, something must be done. I'm so sorry for what happened to this young soul. Just 23 years, someone is gone, taken, life is finished, completed by a lunatic. Okay, that's what I wanted to yap about today. Let's meet in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Let's talk about it. Let's find a solution together in the comment section. Give thumbs up the video, and don't forget, please do subscribe. Let's make 100 subscribers. God bless you.